75% of all extortion phone calls in Mexico are made from inside prison walls. Within these walls, cartels have established permanent operational bases, utilizing the government's own security perimeter to shield their business from rivals. Saskia Niño de Rivera has spent 20 years investigating the Mexican criminal justice system, conducting interviews inside some of the country's most notorious facilities. Look at the exterior of these complexes. You see massive walls and armed guards, but inside, the state has surrendered control, effectively guarding the criminals from the outside world while they work. When a cartel boss gets arrested, their operation doesn't shut down. They are simply relocated to a state-sponsored headquarters where they can run their business without interference. Down in the cell blocks, you will find literal call centers. Long desks line the rooms where inmates work dedicated shifts, dialing out and working the phones all day long. The operation mimics a commercial branch. Inmates use switchboards to transfer victims through different departments, play hold music, and read from scripts tailored to specific social media data. But running a business inside a prison comes with operating costs. To possess a cell phone and work the lines, an inmate pays a monthly subscription fee, up to 35,000 pesos, directly to the guards. Look at this visualization comparing overhead costs to revenue. The small red bar is the 35,000 peso monthly bribe, but a single 20-minute phone call yields 90,000 pesos. The return on investment is high enough that these operations generate millions every month. This economy of corruption trickles all the way down to the lowest level inmates. During the daily roll call, guards charge 2 to 5 pesos just to mark an inmate as present. If you don't pay, you get marked absent and sent to solitary. Every single rule, every movement, and every object inside these walls carries a specific price tag. The entire institution functions as a massive automated revenue generator for corrupt officials. All those microtransactions add up. At facilities like the Topo Chico prison in Nuevo León, between 1 and 3 million pesos in physical cash would leave the gates every single week to pay off high-ranking officials. With that kind of cash flowing in, the top earners buy themselves VIP suites. They pay to have their standard cell walls literally torn down to make room for king-size beds and private living rooms. The amenities rival a high-end hotel. These VIP wings feature full-service restaurants with waiters, fully stocked bars, jacuzzis, live banda music, and even table dances right inside the cell blocks. If you can't afford to pay, the reality is brutally grim. In the exact same facilities, you'll find severe overcrowding, where up to 30 people sleep crammed into a 4x4-meter cell, sometimes physically tied to the metal bars because there is no floor space left. Prison authorities use a specific term for this arrangement, co-gobernabilidad, or co-governance. It's a bureaucratic word used to mask a simpler reality. The cartels are actually in charge, and the state just shares the space. High-ranking leaders effectively reside in lawless, private retreats, spending their profits with absolute impunity. Politicians frequently stand at podiums and boast about high arrest numbers to create an illusion of safety. But throwing thousands of people into a broken system does nothing to reduce actual crime. Even massive federal facilities are useless without proper oversight. You can install sophisticated underfloor tunnel sensors, but if the administration neglects basic maintenance, those sensors fail, and the inmates dig right out. This exposes the core economic reality of the Mexican justice system. It is effective at punishing people who live in poverty, but it remains negotiable for anyone with enough financial power to buy the right outcome. This chart illustrates exactly why that system fails. That massive block represents all crimes committed in Mexico, while this tiny 4% sliver shows the crimes that are actually reported to the authorities. Statistically speaking, crime remains one of the safest and most profitable careers in the country. Putting more police on the street to make more arrests is like throwing animals into a cage that has a giant hole in the back. The threat on the other end of an extortion call is often an executive working from a VIP cell block, generating